effect on me. I actually took meaning and understanding from it. Again, the truth. Because of my adherence to internal truth, I didn't give a shit that my reality changed, and that was probably bizarre for them. I mean, how are they going to approach me? He doesn't have any shame. We can't blackmail him because he'll embrace any corruption we reveal about him. We can't... Let's see, he knows about the entities and the mind control, and he's actually looking at it sometimes as an interesting experience. What are we going to do specifically? Because he actually engaged us. I tried to call the FBI over a year ago. I didn't get I left a message, no call back. You would think they would send a psychiatrist or something for good measure to check on my personal safety. No. That's why I sought out an ex-FBI agent. That's what I talked about in that interview during Propaganda, Parables, and Perception. I would love the opportunity to sit down with these people. Do you think I wouldn't? And they know that. And when I did it, it wouldn't even be about their agenda. Because that's not what I am about. That's not the experience they would have from me. So, I mean, if I could do anything, if I could get the people involved with this agenda to consider their own path and what life is about outside of the control they're under, I understand that it's overwhelming. I understand you agents are shown things that seem hopeless. If you are allegiant to your body and your life in your body, I don't care if you've seen other realms, I don't care if you've been shown the abyss, the nature of this reality. You believed this reality once. Just because you were shown something new does not mean that that is the truth. But the consciousness that guides your thoughts in a sublime fashion controls how you perceive the new reality and how it should affect your point of view. You see, anybody that has their veil lifted this way are buffered from society. They resent society because that which lifted their veil also controls the people and will set up all the time situations where they encounter people whereby these people reinforce their hate for them by acting stupid, being aggressive, showing how little they know, in a way that is offensive to the particular personality that is controlled by this consciousness to carry out the agenda. Making them not want to help, extend patience, or anything, but actually resent the people because they magically forget that that which is giving them knowledge is the one making those people act the way that is offending them. See, they're not seeing the whole picture. You talk about an entity, and so an entity is giving you knowledge, and then you come into contact with people that seem very stupid to you once you know certain things. And they'll say things that just happen to irritate you and make you want to shake your head at them. You never take a moment to think, wait a minute, I hate these people. Why do I hate them? Well, they're stupid. What made them stupid? Oh yeah, the same thing that lifted your veil. You got to trust me on this. To maintain secrecy, threats are not enough. They have to make the person hate the, quote, sheep. Do you understand? They coordinated that well. These people try to do that to me all of the time. Those that have listened to all of my uploads so far will understand what I'm about to say. Those that just started listening to this will not. And I won't answer your questions about it because I address this in other uploads. I get questions, like, say I'm thinking about UFOs one day, and suddenly I get a bunch of email reinforcing me to seek information about UFOs. Isn't that interesting? Or I'm thinking about something else, and the emails I get are somehow related to that. Or I think, well, I can't be judging people. It's not their fault they're stupid. And then I suddenly get a barrage of emails of really stupid comments. You think? You think maybe, just maybe? Anyway, those of you that have listened so far all the way through everything I've done, you know what I'm talking about. This is very true, and you have to be mindful of it. Remember, polarity. Just like they try to control you with Star Wars, right? A Sith thinks only of themselves, and a Jedi is selfless, right? Creating polar opposites. A true spiritual person may appear to be like a Jedi, but that isn't right, because if you're selfless, you hurt the system. Why? You're part of the system. So if you're only giving and you're selfless, then you're not receiving. If you're only taking, then you're hurting the system. Truth would be you have to sustain yourself as part of the system and the system. Both. Selfish selflessness. You have a right to joy. See, there are two energies. The energy of disease is an energy that takes in anticipation of being taken from. The energy of health or normality would be giving, knowing that you receive. Two very different energies. One's pathogenic, one is diseased, one is normal. Here, people are hybrids. One pops up sometimes, but they're primarily dominated from the former, taking in anticipation of being taken from. What's the difference? One is duality, one is singular. I may use giving and receiving, two different words to describe the energy I'm talking about, but that is an illusion, because true giving is the same as receiving. There is absolutely no difference. You cannot give a true gift without simultaneously receiving, and you cannot receive a true gift without simultaneously giving. They're one. One cannot happen without the other. Forget about direction. That does not exist. Understand that is normal creation. That's it. That's the nature of true reality. You cannot give without receiving. Now, if you apply that here, not from the ego can't do it. It's something you feel that happens. All you can do is change your ego so that it's more receptive to that input. But when it happens, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody deserves that. So I'll say I was a giver that is here at this time. Who am I giving to? Everything. And that includes the takers. See, here's the interesting thing about a taker or a detached energy. It cannot receive. It will not receive. Can't do it. That's why it takes. When you understand what receiving truly is, you'll know that a taker cannot do that. And because it's unable to receive, it cannot perceive what a giver is giving. The taking energy is trying to convert givers into takers. Part of that is keeping score of your behavior. Sublime mind control to you throughout your life. Propagation of norm-based ridicule, if you come into awareness of that, utilizing a pseudoscience called psychiatry, or anything else in the media. Humor, comedy is the #1 vector for mind control. The sigh of relief of laughter when you jolt yourself back right into the center of the norm. The point, I'm going to give. I have no target. I'd like takers to be something I give to. Because you cannot take what is given. That's why they try to convert you into a taker. Something that is now in guilt, in shame, and fear. What you give cannot be taken. Love can't be taken. It can only be given and received. It's a different bandwidth. It's a different thing altogether. So it's not like I'm being leeched if I give to a taker. Because the giving sustains me. You don't run out. I don't have a goal, but it would be nice if some takers actually allow themselves to receive. When they receive, they will see that what they receive is so far above what they were trying to take that it's not even comparable. One is alive, one is dead. If you're taking in anticipation of being taken from, you are dead. If you're copying the norm,